with Nick Marable. We're at the AC tournament. We'll talk to you later about this event, but I'd like to ask you about the competition in Omaha, the Victory Wrestling Challenge. You're going to go up against Trent Paulson, and they're going to throw some money at you and try to promote the heck out of it. What's it like for you to have those kind of challenges in addition to the international schedule?
Oh, I mean, Trent Paulson's a great competitor, so it's somebody I get to wrestle. You know, he's not. I don't know if he's still competing or not, but me and him have wrestled a couple of times, and last time he beat me at the U.S. or not the U.S. Open, but World Team Trial. So this is my chance to get back at it. But I think it's awesome for the sport of wrestling for people to come out and watch, and just promote the sport. And hopefully, me and him have a fun, exciting match, so that everyone thinks that wrestling's fun, and we get some more fans, and they start watching a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're going to present it kind of like an MMA card, and obviously presenting wrestling in a different way might help us grow. You look forward to that, where they're going to kind of bring you out there like a boxing match or an MMA match, and kind of hype up the fact that you guys are going head-to-head for, obviously it's going to be a little bit different setting than some of the wrestling things you've done.
Oh yeah, I've already tried to promote it a little bit. I've talked a little trash to Trent on Twitter. We had a little Twitter battle for a minute, but yeah, so no, I'm excited about that. I think it'll be fun, exciting for everybody to watch, and they're not just going to watch the wrestling match, they'll probably watch that stuff too, so it'll be really good.
Now, you did a tour ACW deal and had a test event in Pittsburgh, and you were able to win that and get a little prize money. What'd you think about the competition there and the rules? First to 10 and unlimited matches. You had a 17-minute match, I think, to win it. Was that a good competition? Do you think that had some opportunities there?
Oh, definitely does. I think anything that has to promote the sport of wrestling will have a lot of opportunities. Those guys did a great job in running the event and stuff, and they paid the wrestlers well. And my 17-minute match, the rules probably aren't in my favor, but I went out there and wrestled and just competed. And there were some great wrestlers there. A couple of guys that are here were there, and my finals match was against Brochel, and that dude's tough, and he's always going after it. So that 17-minute match was definitely tough.
Yeah, it's kind of a test of your endurance. I always know you're in good shape, but I kind of saw it there for sure. You had to just keep going, grinding it out. Huh?
Yeah, 17 minutes is not short.
So you got a guy in your weight class who's had 3 straight gold medals worldwide. Talk about the challenges in the United States in your division.
I mean, Jordan Burroughs is definitely one of the best wrestlers in the world, and he's at my weight, so there's no getting around it. But every day I train to beat him, because if I can beat him, I can beat everybody else in my weights. Which, if I train to beat him, and there's not just him in my weight class. There's a lot of couple best wrestlers in my weight class in the world. You can't out any of those guys.
Well, you guys had one hell of a challenge tournament at USO Trials last year.
It's crazy the amount of competition there is. Kyle Dake's tough, David Taylor's tough, all those guys are just tough. There's not really anybody that's not that tough there. So you never know how it goes, but as long as I train to beat the best, I'll be able to beat everybody.
What will you be doing besides the Victory Challenge after this one? You got any tours lined up?
Not yet. Me and my coach Sammy Henson just talked about that with Zeke. We're gonna look at the schedule after this tournament. I'll probably go to the Minnesota tournament and wrestle there, and yeah, that's all I got planned for right now.
You like working with the young guys there in the Mizzou program? Is that obviously the team's got some new kids, and you helped establish excellence at that program. Do you enjoy working and helping to maintain that with the younger kids?
Oh yeah, definitely. This year we have a really young team, and so I'm starting to. Some of those guys that were on the team in the past years were on my team, so it was kind of more of a role model type thing instead of a coach. And now all these young guys that are really good are coming in and looking at me as a coach. So I'm really excited about this year, and I coached my first tournament with them as the volunteer coach, so I could actually sit in the corner. Coached a lot of those guys, and it was a lot of fun. Because a lot of those guys are really good and talented, and they just make little mistakes that we're going to fix, and then hopefully put our team on the podium at the end of the year.
So talk to Brian Smith about Tiger-style wrestling, and he's got a whole philosophy and thing like that. Do you see that that's something that's really caught on? I mean, people are starting to understand what it means after the successes the program's had recently.
Oh, definitely. Tiger style is not only a wrestling thing; it's a lifestyle thing. We get our guys to believe in it, and they live it on the mat and off the mat, in school and social events, everything they do. They just do it the right way. So I think a lot of our guys are starting to buy into it, and that's one reason our program's starting to get better.
Well, anyway, I'm going to let you get back to wrestling. I appreciate it. We want to let people know a little bit more about the Victory Challenge.
Give a shout out to Sammy Henson.
Oh yeah, there you go.